Hey guys, it's Xavier. I'm a part of the group that made the game SFPF 15. This game was made in Unity and it utilizes a lot of the great 2D utilities that Unity has to offer for 2D developers. I mainly worked on the mechanics of the game and implementing it inside of the Unity editor. This includes the jump and camera stuff and the animations for the player and the enemies. And so let's show some of those off for a sec. So the player's a little floaty. He can jump animation, shooting. That guy dies in a couple hits because he's big. Those guys die in one hit because they're small. Simple platforming. And I actually did not develop the code for the gun. I implemented the gun in Unity. But let's talk to Ryan about how the gun works. And yeah, let's hand it over to Ryan.
Hello, my name is Ryan Salter, and I worked on the gun mechanics and bullet mechanics of our game. To make the gun work, I used Unity tutorials on using the instantiate function as the primary source on learning how to make bullets come out of the gun. I used the sprite for the projectile to make a bullet prefab and used the instantiate function to make bullets come from the player. The first issue that popped up was that the projectiles were coming from the center of the player. To solve this, I made an empty game object and attached a script that I based off of the script for camera movement that we used in Homework 13. Just as the camera follows the player around, the game object marking the end of the barrel was attached to the player and offset to match the position of the barrel on the player sprite. By far the biggest hiccup, however, was making the bullet instances disappear from the scene, as too many bullets floating around will lead to stability issues. My initial solution was to put the bullet instance on a timer, so it will disappear after a certain amount of time has elapsed. This was partly successful, but not useful when using bullets to deal with enemies. My final solution was to use the onCollisionEnter 2D function to sense when the bullet has met an enemy's 2D collider and destroy the bullet instance and decrease the enemy's health. Jack and I decided to keep the destruction timer on the bullet in case the projectile did not meet an enemy's collider.
Hi there everybody, my name is Adam Henry and I was responsible for the sound design as well as getting everything put together for the final project update video and the mid-semester project update video. I was able to add a lot more sounds to our arsenal. A lot of them were menu sounds such as this one. Oh, that one's... There we go. Yep, that one needed to have the front cut off a little bit. That one, the gain was a little bit too high. So these are some of the things that I took some time to change. But my most proud addition to this project is probably the soundtrack. So let's play that real quick here. So as you can hear, that is the same riff modulated different ways as I passed it through the Reason 2.5 software that ran off of the old PC, as I stated in my last project update video. Essentially, we used these filters here like Acid Saw and worked on some of the modulation and frequency, passing it through different waveform forms, and it made all these really cool sounds. And so I'm really happy with how that all worked out. The other thing that I was responsible for was getting a communal folder ready so that we could have all of our project update videos put together. And also I took some time to make sure to keep everybody updated on what I was doing in our community Discord chat, and I'm really happy with the work that we've put out here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jack Moore for SFPF 15. I'm the last group member to talk here, so I'll give a quick overview of the game as a whole. I worked on UI and UI elements, as well as making sure the game ran smoothly into build phase. So in this game, you are this person here with a gun as you travel through this little world trying to find bosses. Now your goal is to kill bosses. While you can kill enemies, and you can pull them up here in your inventory to see which ones you killed and how many you have killed, your main goal is to kill 4 of the big guys here as the boss. So I'm just going to go ahead, you control with mouse and keyboard, and walk on over. You have to be careful. They could be around like walls, corners. Right down here there's one that you might get snagged on. So you want to just kill this, and I'm going to take damage here. See, you can see that I lost half my health. The bats are super dangerous. Sadly, we couldn't get the AI working as intended, but I think overall we're still okay with the final product. I'll give the general overview in a minute. So here I'm going to run down here. You can see I need one more to win, one more boss. Now I could have gone up. It's a little bit more dangerous, but here I will go ahead and kill him here, and I win. That is the general overview of the game. Obviously, I didn't explore the entire area. There was still a whole upper section that I didn't really go up into, with a few more treacherous enemy placements, including more crabs, which I view as the harder enemy to defeat in this. Now, overall, this project didn't pan out exactly how we wanted it. Obviously, we wanted more things. I think we had ideas for puzzles and a grappling hook and other guns or upgrades that you could buy, but ultimately, we had to settle for this. There were some issues, some difficulties. We lost touch and we just slowed down a lot after school got canceled, and it was hard to get back into the swing of things. But in the last couple of weeks, we really brought it back and really came together as a group to get this project done, and I think we're all okay with the results. I'm pretty happy with it, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it somewhat. And we intend to work on this game in the future, but for now, this prototype is all we have to show you. Have a good day.